everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
This is So I'm Watching It. Welcome to Derry, Season 1, Episodes 4 and 5.
Yeah. The great swirling apparatus of our planet's function and Nebolt Street.
We missed recording last week, so we're going to touch on it now. I love this show. I think it's great.
It's really good.
It's really fun. It's really interesting. It was good. Both of them were good. Last week, there's some things that we need to touch on. There was a big info dump.
Yeah. About the great swirling apparatus of our planet's function. Just saying.
Pennywise is one of the characters it plays. Like, that's one of its favorite characters.
So that I'm not 100% sure. I know that Pennywise is what it usually is to children.
Okay.
Yeah. But I guess maybe it might be like one of the favorites. Because what I really liked in episode 4, when you're getting Taniel to tell Rose the story of the Galoo is what they called it, which was very cool. Until the white people came, it was a rabid elk. That was the scariest thing they could imagine.
I didn't even think about that.
A rabbit or a moose, a rabid moose. And I was just like, ain't that something?
Isn't that sweet?
And then it was Men of God. I mean, wowzers. So that was really, really interesting and cool to me. That it's like, it's taken on different, as the fears of people developed into more and more complex things, it's become a more and more complex visual.
Yeah. I just know that it likes
kids.
And it likes Pennywise.
Yeah.
I guess it's comfortable wearing that mask. I guess I'm not sure.
I mean, it's very cool. I really like that because, I've never seen the old one with Tim Curry, but that one is very silly.
Mm-hmm.
This Pennywise is fucking scary. The head is too big. The hair is too orange. Like, the smile makes me crazy. And also Bill Skarsgard is
he plays it with the slight lisp.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So anyways, it is apparently ancient and alien, and it crashed to Earth on a meteor or something. And the pieces of material that it crashed on can be used to harness it or control, as weapons against it, and as a cage to trap it.
Because if we know one thing, if Rose has made one thing clear, is that you cannot control it.
Sure.
There is no one controlling it. You can but the weapon, the pieces, the shards or whatever, and they have the one because I guess she might.
They look like space glass.
She must be Sasuke's ancestor.
Yeah.
Or Sasuke is her ancestor. She's got that original piece that they were using as a weapon, and then they got 13 other pieces and buried them around the Western Wood, which is now most of Derry, the town
it's
of
the
Derry.
parameters of Derry.
Yeah.
And they did acknowledge that, I guess, a component of it is that it does lull people into a fog. And so that explains why, in the second episode, when Charlotte was trying to interrupt the boys fighting and everyone was just kind of staring.
It just it puts everybody kind of in a place where they don't kick up a
complacent.
Fuss. Yeah. And that's also why Colonel Shaw forgot. Mm-hmm. It's when you leave, you aren't subject to the fog anymore, so you just forget everything. Mm-hmm. But I guess he did. We found out in this episode he had
the military did an experiment,
some kind of drug experiment done on him,
which they did,
and it brought everything sort of screaming back, and he remembered, and so he is officially 100%. We know he's here to try to harness it as a weapon. To which Rose was like, "You're fucking crazy." Absolutely not.
And there was also
the Marge.
A truly insane, truly batshit insane set piece.
I haven't looked at it full on any time it's been on screen.
I saw at least a third, maybe 2/3 of it.
Yeah.
They were in a biology lesson or something, and they showed the snail. It's been trending or whatever. I've seen this parasite that gets the snail because it they talked about it, I think, with The Last of Us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's a real thing that this parasite can infect this snail and it makes its eyes bulge and do this like weird hypnosis thing that like attracts prey and like the birds then eat its eyes and then it goes, it's disgusting and gnarly. And I saw it happening and somehow I was like, man, that would like, I wasn't afraid. Like I wasn't, at no point was I like, I bet you we're going to get this in this episode. And then when Marge was like trying to trap Lily with the fucking patty cakes.
Okay, so so the patty cakes were trying to make Lily think that this cute boy liked her. So she went to go freshen up in the bathroom and Margie then felt bad. So she went in to try to tell her the truth, but it didn't want her to, or like whatever, Derry. So it started making her eyes hurt. And then they just did the thing.
Started bulging.
Oh, it was horrible.
And so this child actress is running around with her eyes doing this. And we kept getting shots, POVs from her perspective.
That are like really wobbly.
Going, ooh. And she runs into the shop class.
Yeah.
Audacious. Like I said that in like the first or second episode where I was like, the show is truly audacious. Like, and she tries to take like a bandsaw or whatever. That's where I started closing my eyes.
Yeah.
Because I thought she was going to try and like saw her eyes off.
She did. She sawed them off.
I didn't see.
Yeah.
It ended with her having stabbed one out.
With a chisel.
Yeah. And Lily was able, but I guess she just sort of like.
Yeah, I think her eye is going to be fine, but she did some damage. Yeah. So she's got a eye patch now.
And everyone came running in while Lily was standing over her holding the chisel.
Just in time for Lily to be straddling Margie with like holding the chisel like she chiseled her eye.
And everyone thinks Lily did it, but also they're just sort of
Margie
winging it. They're just sort of like
Margie said she was like, I told them that my glasses broke and you were trying to help. So like Margie is keeping the party line.
The nurse didn't trust her.
She
still left her though. Still left them alone.
If anybody knows who played that nurse, she looked so familiar to me and she's not on the IMDb and I can't figure it out.
It was insane.
No, it was crazy.
I was worried. For Marge is my favorite character. I like Rich a lot too. But I was really worried that we were tapping her out. But no, we used it to bring her into the fold.
Which was truly amazing. Truly, because especially when they get to the top of the water tower, like Lily brings her and Ronnie is like, what's she doing here? Like, I can't trust a patty cake. And she was like, X patty cake. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. Thank you. That was great.
But there was a very conspicuous yellow tent, which I was super arrogant about it. I was like, well, it's not red, so it's fine. I don't know why. I think because it was so early in the episode, I was like, this is a misdirect. Sure. And I just believed that Maddie and or Phil were alive. Mm-hmm. I thought we were working towards.
Well, we had that misdirect with the cereal box where we thought, which made us think about Phil for sure.
And you were really, I mean, the angle was Dutch and he was too pale.
He was way too white.
Like I said, it was that golden yellow that we see around the periphery of all the red stuff. But I was very confident.
Well, you know what too is interesting about that is that the Hanlon kitchen is very, very yellow. Like
different.
Well, and also, but Charlotte was wearing that yellow suit too. So it's like, I totally get why the visual cues are, but I was like, no.
You did not trust it. And also, while I'm confidently being like, no, this is real, I'm also like, what did he survive? It's been months. Like, what was he eating? What did he survive on? But, and again, I know that his dad is abusive, but he was like, I'd go back in that sewer before I face my dad again. I was like, I take my chances with the dad. He's not going to eat my soul forever.
The back of his brain's not going to open up and chomp me.
But yeah, he told them that, I don't remember, Teddy and Susie were dead, but that Phil was still alive.
There,
They made a big point about how it sleeps during the day and hunts at night, and it's been all over Helen but gone during the day.
Well, so it's one of those things that I kind of can't decide.
Is it fast and loose? Or?
Well, I don't think it's necessarily fast and loose, but I think that like it physically doesn't come out during the day, but the vibes are seeping up through the ground. So it's like you can still like see visions, but it's like it's not gonna.
Because we've seen visions
It's not
in the
gonna
day,
get
sure.
you. Yeah.
But like it did a good job pretending to be Maddie the whole time. And so it was luring them into the sewer to gloat.
Well, to eat them also.
Yeah. But like all 4 of those kids are just dead in the sewer. And that felt a little womp womp to me.
Yeah.
I'm not like mad about it, but I just don't love when you think a character's dead and then they drag it out that maybe they're not. And then it's like, no, they're dead. And it's like, I'll
say this is not as bad as Libby on Lost. Spoiler alert. But still.
In the meantime, last episode, did they like abduct Taniel or did he willingly?
They caught him spying.
Yeah.
And so they brought him for Dick to look in his mind.
Who's the actor that plays Dick?
Chris Chalk.
He's so good.
He's so
good because he was scary in that scene.
Yeah.
And it's like, I trust Dick because I know from The Shining and Dr. Sleep where we're going, but it's like.
Well, so that was what was really interesting in tonight's episode, because it seemed like what happens to him in the sewers here, where he gets transported back to the scene with his grandfather, is what actually turns him into the character we come to know, who is like pretty kindly and like wants to kind of.
He seems like a good man here, but like when he was going into
like a government shill.
When he was going into Daniel's mind, I was like, because Daniel's another one that I'm like, we had like 2 fake outs as to whether or not he was like I thought they were killing him, and then he was still alive. And I'm like, oh my God, if we just find him dead in the next episode, I'm going to be a little bummed.
Well, because he lost the weapon, but then Lily found it.
The one thing Rose tells him, As
long as you have this, you'll be fine.
I don't know. He's young and he's so handsome.
He is so good looking. It's been like a really rich year for me with like really good looking native guys, because we watched that show, Duster.
Yeah.
On,
well, you guys watched Reservoir Dogs, but that was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I don't think we watched the final season. But no, there was a guy on Duster who was also so good looking, and I was like,
I just really like the natives. I'm rooting for them, and I mean, Rose obviously is like a hero, but I'm attached to Rose and Taniel, and so he's like. He's
still in the sewers as far as we know.
Yeah, he agrees. Well, I mean,
no, he doesn't.
He's cornered into taking them down into the sewers. They have
soldiers.
To go to what's the house called?
Niebolt Street 29, I think Niebolt Street.
This insane decrepit house.
It's like
they go
the
into it.
House.
Yeah, they go into it, and then there's a well inside of it, and then they go down that into the sewers.
I was like, I, for one, don't want inside well water. So they're like going through all the tunnels and stuff because they're trying to get to, I think, the cistern, and because I think that's where the center of everything is. And they all
they want the pillars, I guess, because they're going to use them to.
Yeah, but somehow we have to be in the sewers for that.
I think they're buried. Yes,
they are buried. However, I think Rose and Taniel were pulling a little bit of a fast one that I couldn't totally interpret, because they were speaking. I don't know what tribe they are.
They said the word, and I was not familiar with it.
They were speaking in their language, and the officer was like English and made them speak in English. So they were kind of talking in circles around something. I don't think they were like trying to kill a bunch of soldiers, but I also
some soldiers died. I don't
think they're sad that some soldiers are dead. So I'm not 100% sure about that, but they're basically down there. We all got kind of separated because there was a sharp drop and everybody basically got it and was going. And then Dick jumped in, but he like submerged. And that's when he came up into his like.
Yeah, we mentioned. So was that a memory or a nightmare or both?
Both.
Okay. Yeah. Because he was like in a childhood, like his grandparents' home or something. Yeah. And his grandmother had the shine and she was like trying to coach him because his grandfather's evil.
Well, and apparently they talk to each other and he's mad. The dad or the grandpa's mad about it.
I'd be a little mad too.
It's funny that we have like 2 instances of that this year too, because we also watch Interview with the Vampire and Claudia and Louis are constantly talking to each other.
But yeah, so his grandfather's evil, and I don't know if it's like if there's like a specific trauma or just the way that everyone's grandfather is evil. He's got a gun.
Both my grandpas were really nice.
The racist and homophobic and sexist ones.
No, my grandpa Jake was a really good man, and my grandpa Steve got worse as he got older.
They don't like gay people. Why? Do they have some kind of religious trauma? No, they just don't like them.
No. My grandpa Jake.
They're super liberal. They just don't like the queers.
Well, they're not super liberal, but no, my grandpa Jake was.
I'm not trying to
really nice
air all your dirty laundry on the internet. We can talk about your dad.
We can talk about my dad. That's the thing is like I can't talk too much shit about my dad because he is liberal.
Yeah.
He has not gotten more conservative as he got older, and he is 66 years old. So I don't know.
No, we don't need to do that. But he had a gun and he was threatening them, and he shot
in the leg.
Dick's grandmother in the leg. And that's the part where I was like, did this actually happen? Or is
I would imagine
possibly. He had one of the boxes, the shining boxes, which I remember mostly from Dr. Sleep, is that if a ghost was haunting you, you can trap them in one of the boxes. Yeah. And so the grandfather wanted him to open it. And is that the point that we don't know what was in it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure some people do. I don't know what's in it.
Glowing and yellow.
But it did enough. It like freaked Dick out enough that he's like sort of in a fugue state.
He's like comatose. Yeah. Well, he got out though.
But I don't know how real that was because he saw Polly. Yeah. Yeah. All gray and dead. Poor Polly. I mean,
the writing was good, but
the writing was really good, and I do like.
He took the bullet. He could have just.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was trying to, but it kind of just like.
I just mean the writing of having the fake out with Charlotte.
Yeah.
And then when he sees Will down there, and he's like, "This is another trick." Where, and it's like they kind of touched on it in the inside the episode that they do after that we watch, where it's like he has this brain injury, which makes him not easily susceptible to fear, but he still does have concern.
Yeah.
And so it's like so effectively like he's not easy to scare, but it can manipulate him, especially with his family.
Yeah.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
I don't hate that kind of logic.
So basically he sees Charlotte down there and he's like, "What are you doing down here?" But Polly can't see her. Mm-hmm. And so Leroy shoots her, but then he still thinks for like a minute that he actually just like killed his wife. And then she does a weird, creepy smile thing and then swims away. But then you're right.
Scare me as much as the face.
Yeah.
There's so many scary faces in this.
But then all of the kids are down there too because they are looking for Phil. They followed Maddie down looking for Phil. And so they come around the corner and it's Will first. And he's like, because they've been told if you see anything down there that doesn't seem like it belongs, you just shoot first and ask questions later and like don't even think about it.
But Uncle Sam fake out was so funny.
That was perfect.
I want you.
Commentary. No notes. So Polly did say, "I see him too," which like you would have thought would have been enough for Leroy to be like, "Oh, okay," but it wasn't.
He was
like in it. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So Polly got shot.
He took the shot.
He took the shot on kind of on purpose, and he's not dead.
And Leroy was really trying to like coach him through it, and he was like, "Oh no, I'm going. I'm leaving. I'm gonna take this out while I got it."
To which both of us were like, "I mean, I'd kind of rather get shot in the heart than deal with the rest of this." So
I've seen enough.
That's good. We're good. So the kids are likely going to get in big fat trouble next week. We'll see. Obviously,
Leroy does know more. Like he knows about like the parameters of Derry and all that. So he moved Charlotte and his family off or out of Derry onto the base. Didn't work.
Well, it didn't work mostly just because Will escaped at the first opportunity. And also, I loved Charlotte trying to make the best of it because I have also lived on base housing. And she was like, "It's not so bad." And I was like, "Bet it is."
I love her. She's so great.
Yeah.
Well, because also she's last week and this week, she's been trying to help Ronnie's dad.
Yeah.
And they're taking him to Shawshank.
Yeah. But the transport bus crashes and a bunch of them are dead, but Hank got away. And we found out who the white lady is that he's having the affair with. And
that was his alibi, was why they were able to actually arrest him is because he was not at home. He had been having an affair with a married white woman.
Well, he didn't tell anybody but Charlotte that. Mm-hmm. So because otherwise he'll be lynched, basically. But it is Lily's nurse
Madeline
Stowe, nurse friend Ingrid from Juniper Hill, and so
you called that one too. You were right on top of that.
Well, so he's in the back of her car, and I was like, oh wow, how random that he just picked her car. And then I immediately was like, oh shit, no, she's the one he's having the affair with, because we also met her husband in this episode,
who might also be it.
Yeah,
I was like,
because she was having like a really nice talk with Lily, and then he just like appeared, and
the camera kind of did that like
and he's like, where's my steak? Don't overcook it this time. And I was like, ew.
It was really uncanny. There was like an uncomfortable.
So they were definitely the ones having the affair, and so she sort of has him, and she's like, I think I know where I can take you. I'm not sure where that is yet, but she did go to talk to Charlotte, and she was like, we have a friend in common, and so I think we'll get more of that next week as well. I'm very excited about that.
James Remar is
Francis.
Yeah, Francis. Him and we talked about them in episode 3. Francis and Rose kind of have a love for the ages.
Yeah. I feel like it's fading on Rose's end. After he subjected her nephew to mental torture, I feel like the bloom has gone off the rose, so to speak. We got a really good like tribal meeting where they're sort of like passing on information to the next keeper, which was really interesting. And they were talking about the cycles, and they're like, this one hasn't been as bad, and like mostly kids, and like there's going to be an augury. Is that what they said?
Something like that.
It's like a big blitz before the end of the cycle. So that was really interesting to me as well. They like, I love how much they like know about it and are keeping it as contained as possible while also not discussing it with the white man at all. It's my favorite part.
So, okay. Well, we'll be back at some point. So
bye.